Hey guys, back again. So let's talk about Malignant, which is the newest James Wan movie. And I guess real quick, I'll say my thoughts on other James Wan films pretty quick. I love Saw. I've seen. I really like The Conjuring 1 and 2. I love 2. Um, I I know he's done other ones, but I've enjoyed all the stuff that I've seen of his. But funny enough, saying this out loud, I'm kind of forgetting the other movies he did, so that's kind of bad on my end. But um, Malignant, looking at this one, it's very interesting because the fact that this is a very, I don't know how to describe this one. Malignant, I'm gonna give a basic plot synopsis that's spoiler free. Like seriously, like I'm not gonna spoil anything. This is about a woman named Madison who starts seeing horrific things happen in and is she imagining them? Are they real? So it's a movie about that. It's a movie about that kind of thing. And really, I can't say much about the plot besides that because I really don't want to. I really want people to see this one. Like I really, no matter what I think about the movie overall, like I think it's a movie that I think people should see. Like it's definitely a very interesting and almost unique movie I've seen. Like it's got, again, I can't spoil it, but it's got things that are in other horror movies that the thing happens and it's like in like other horror movies, but it was done pretty well. So the first two acts, I thought they did a solid job of building up this movie, but they it's weird because the third act is so crazy. Watching the first two acts, it's solid enough. Like I enjoyed it. I liked the performances of the characters. Like I thought it was violent and gross and it worked. But the first two acts compared to the third act are so drastically different. Like it feels like almost in a way it kind of feels like it's another movie. But not in like a bad way. Like it just feels like there's such a drastic turn in the third act that I'm not saying it's badly done because it's not. I thought this movie was actually really good. Like I enjoyed this one a lot, but it really felt like it still felt like it was sort of kind of two different movies. Where like it still had the elaboration on what happens at the end. Like it still builds up on that. It still makes sense, but it just feels insane. Like just watching the third act compared to the first two. Where the first two acts are not subtle. I'm not saying that they are, but the first two acts are less insane than the third act, if that makes sense. It's really hard to describe this without spoiling it, but I also liked Annabelle Wallace as well in this, who was also in Annabelle, which is not directed by James Wan, but uh, part of the franchise of The Conjuring that James Wan started. So it's interesting to see her back in this, and I really dug her. I thought she was awesome. She's one of the things in Annabelle, the 2014 Annabelle, that I didn't mind. Like I liked her acting in the movie, even though she was written weird, and that movie was pretty weird with the writing. But I remember liking her in it, performance wise, and this one, her performance is really good. It's really solid. It works. Um, the movie is pretty gnarly and pretty awesome. Like if you're a gorehound, there's definitely some great gory moments, and I really enjoyed the moments of gore in it. Um, I thought the movie looked aesthetically pretty cool. Like it looked good. I enjoyed the way it looked. I felt like, again, I feel like the movie is still a good movie for me, but I really can see why people would dislike this a lot and why people would love this. This one is very, very fascinating just on that fact. And again, go see it. Don't don't not see it. I think that if you're a fan of horror, I think if you're a fan of James Wan, I think if you're a movie fan, I think this is definitely something to watch, and I think it was really, really good for the most part. Like I said, it feels like the end of the movie, the third act is, it feels like it's just a little too out of place from what the first two acts and how subtle they were, or not subtle, how uncrazy they were, and the third act is just like, I don't know how to describe it. Say in the first two acts you're watching a thriller with some gory moments, and then you watch the third act and it's like, I really don't know how to describe it because again I can't spoil it. Like, it's just insane. Like watching this third act, and again without spoiling it, the third act does a thing that's like another horror movie. Um, but they do a great job of not making it feel like that other horror movie, and I'm not going to say what the horror movie is. So again, I'm being very vague. I'm really trying hard not to spoil this because like I said, I think this one is really worth watching. Like, I definitely enjoyed it almost completely. Like, I thought it was really good. Um, it was genuinely a good surprise because I didn't really. I mean, I knew this movie was coming out, but I didn't know much about it. But I enjoyed it. So, pretty much all I could say about Malignant without spoiling it. I thought it was good. I dug it. Real quick, before I finish off the video, I'm going to do a couple pickups today that I got, including one I got in the mail last night. So let's talk about the three things that I got. The first thing I'll get out of the way is video game. So I got Sonic Generations, which I've wanted like since 2013, 2014. I just never got it, and I kept forgetting about it, but then I found it today at a shop, so I was like, I'm going to get it. I enjoy Sonic. And then I got two movies, one Scream Factory and one Artisan DVD. So I got Candyman 3, Day of the Dead, which I have not seen before. Um, I tried to find this like on streaming because I hear that this is terrible and I hear people hate it and think it's so bad. And looking at the back artwork, um, this looks like a low budget porn because you've got the beautiful girl on the side and you've got the headshots of the actors. It looks kind of like a porno in that way, and I know it's not a porn, but it just cracks me up how it looks. But I have not seen Candyman 3. Like I said, I couldn't find it anywhere streaming. I've seen the first two and the new one. But I never saw the third one. I just heard it was so bad, but I also couldn't find it on streaming, so I finally broke down, spent $10 to buy this on Amazon. So here's hoping I might enjoy it a little bit, but who knows? Most people don't like it, but I've heard some people think it was okay. It's got Tony Todd in it at least, so maybe that might be something that I don't know. But like I said, I have not seen it, so there will be a review on that sometime. But like I said, I've never seen it before. So, and speaking of movies I haven't seen before, I also got Idle Hands, the Scream Factory release. I wanted to buy a Scream Factory release. I usually get a couple every time I get paid, like every couple weeks. And this one I had not seen, and I was like, yes, I'm going to try it because it looks hilarious. It's got Devin Sawa in it, and it's got Jessica Alba, and what's his name? Eldon Henson, and you've got Seth Green. So you've got a lot of good talent in this. And I hear it's funny, I hear it's hilarious, and I do want to see it. And it's about a kid who has like this his hand gets possessed, so like he's got like a killer hand, but like he's a teenager, and I guess it's silly hijinks, but it sounds fun, and I've never seen it. So like I said, I'm excited to see Idle Hands as well. A review for that will be coming up sometime in the future. Like I said, I've got other things I've got to review as well. I've still got to watch Metamorphosis and Beyond Darkness, which is another Scream Factory release I bought like a couple months ago, and I just haven't watched. So I've got those coming up, and like I said, just stay tuned. I've got more. So like I said, overall enjoyed Malignant, and pretty much all I can say about it without spoiling it. And pickups. So that's it for today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.